Hi, everybody. Woo. Hey, look at that.
Hey, look at us go.
Look how fancy we are.
I know, I'm just so excited about this. Let me just check on our Facebook page to see if it works.
We are trying something new, guys, in case you can't tell. And Lindsay and I get very excited about when we find technology and we make it work, because we can often find technology. It's rare that we actually make it work. So we're hopeful right now. Oh, I see somebody watching us. Oh, and we even got a thumbs up. Yay. This is fun. All right.
All right, it's awesome. Okay,
well,
let's
chat. Good morning, Santa. There we go. All right, fun.
Good morning, everybody. This is exciting. Welcome to our coffee chat.
I don't actually have a coffee. I finished my coffee already this morning, and I didn't want to get another. So,
oh my gosh, mine's been sitting in the sun.
Yeah, we don't have that concern here. Mine would be freezing by now. So,
well, guys, welcome to our coffee chat. For those who are new, every Monday, Christina and I go live like this. Chatting about what we see, struggles, successes, that kind of thing. Answer any questions you might have. And yeah, so here we are. Happy Monday.
So if you have any questions, you can feel free to put them in the comments and let us answer them. If not, Lindsay and I just kind of decide what we're going to chat about that week. We're actually adding something to our coffee chat this week. So we're going to sit here and chat for somewhere around half an hour, as we usually do. I mean, Lindsay and I could technically talk all day, but we try to limit ourselves. However, then as soon as we're done our coffee chat, I'm actually going to go away and write an email on the same subject that we're chatting about. And Lindsay's going to write a blog post that's going to be up on our website about the same topic that we're talking about today. So that if you're not a video watcher, so you're not going to sit here and watch us chat for 30 minutes, you can still kind of hear about the topic and read all the wonderful advice that we have to give you on said topics. So that's kind of the new little plan that we're adding.
Yeah, we're super excited. We've heard a lot of feedback that you guys love to watch Christina and I. So here we are. But we also know that some people don't have time to watch. So we want to make sure that you get all the information in different avenues.
Awesome. All right. And our topic, we don't always have a topic. Usually about 5 minutes before our chat, we send each other a message on Facebook. We're like, hey, what should we talk about today? So today we're actually going to talk about, and it's funny because I'm literally just about to yawn. I'm like pushing a yawn down. But we're going to talk about rest. So Lindsay and I both have opinions on rest, and we both have strengths and weaknesses when it comes to rest as well. So we're going to talk just a little bit about rest today when it comes to your fitness routine, but also when it comes to your life in general. It's not just about your fitness routine, but even when it comes to your nutrition, rest has to be, you have to allow yourself rest in your entire journey. So tell us a little bit about rest, Lindsay.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where we really want to stress the importance of rest. And when we talk about rest, don't just being lying on the sofa and doing what happens. That is a good option, but not the only thing we're talking about. So when it comes to rest, we want to talk about exercise rest, self-care rest, as well as making sure that you're resting if you are listening to your body or focusing on trying not to get sick or trying not to be injury-free. So the big thing with rest is just, it's going to be different for everybody, always. You know, we always say it's never black and white. It's never for everybody. This is the answer. We always talk a little bit about it differently for everybody, depending on what you're doing, what you're training for, what your goals are. So of course, it makes a difference. So Christina, let's talk a little bit about rest when it comes to nutrition and self-care. And then I'll talk a little bit about rest when it comes to fitness and mindset.
Awesome. All right. So in terms of nutrition and self-care, that the rest component of it is, this journey is not easy for any of us. So you're constantly pushing yourself. The demands on you sometimes feel a little bit overwhelming. So when you get to that point of it feeling crazy overwhelming, you need to step back a little bit. You need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. One of Lindsay's favorite quotes is, you can't pour from an empty cup. And it's so true. So that's the self-care component, that you have to make sure that you take time to rest. And trust me, I get it. Life is busy. There are crazy demands. I have 2 young children. I run a business. I have a ridiculous puppy. So I understand that sometimes life is busy, but you have to be able to schedule in and program in rest for yourself. Make it a priority in your life, and it will happen more frequently. Schedule things. Book a massage that forces you to rest. I really have to do forced rest periods. I'm not good at just resting. I can't go take a nap. My brain just doesn't turn off, but I can go and take a bath. And then I've learned that if I actually go take a bath, I can't do very much when I'm in the bathtub. Like, I can't be cleaning when I'm in the bathtub. And I've gotten better at leaving my phone away when I'm in the bath, so that I'm actually forced to rest and not responding to messages and such. So I really have to force myself to do those rest things. When we've gone camping in the summer and stuff, we had to go to places where there was no cell phone service. So I just have to really focus on doing those things. When it comes to nutrition, the biggest thing that I find with rest is you can get bogged down in the details of your nutrition plan. You can get crazy when it comes to meal prepping and planning and weighing and measuring your food and grocery shopping, and your food can just overcome your life and take over. So allowing yourself, not a cheat day, because I don't believe in the cheat day, but allowing yourself, even in your loss phase, an unplanned day where you're still trying to eat healthy, you're still trying to make good choices, but you're not being a slave to your tracker. You're not being a slave to MyFitnessPal, that you're allowing yourself to just eat how your body feels like eating. And again, not saying, oh, I can have all the junk I want today, but allowing yourself to be like, okay, you know what? I just feel like eating more fruit today, that I'm feeling really good about eating fruit. And oh, my carb macro, we'll just ignore your carb macro for the day. That it's okay if you're eating healthy choices and making, those good decisions when it comes to your nutritious plan. Then allow yourself to not weigh, not measure, and not stress and not track for a day every now and then. Maybe it's once a week for you. Maybe it's more frequently, whatever feels good to you. But if you're feeling overwhelmed and if you're feeling like a slave to MyFitnessPal and that you can't, oh, my macros have to balance every second of every day, you need to be able to let yourself back away a little bit, or else a lot of the time what happens is you end up rebelling. And then you delete MyFitnessPal off your phone and you never track anything and you don't make a plan, or you go so far the other direction and it's pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or whatever. So allowing yourself those scheduled days to be off track, or off the grid, I guess is more what it is, because I'm not encouraging you to cheat with food. I'm not encouraging bad decisions. I'm just encouraging you to let your brain chill a little bit. So that's what I think rest, in terms of the self-care and the nutrition component. That's kind of how I think of rest.
Yeah, no, and it's very important to have those moments where you unplug or unplanned, and that really keeps you right to the mindset piece of rest. Because if you're just go all the time, what tends to happen is we do get overwhelmed, we get bogged down by all of the stuff we have to do. And I hear often, it's constant going. I'm always thinking about my food. I'm always thinking about fitness. And the truth of the matter is that is true. Whether you've had surgery or not, whether you're looking to do a fitness competition, a race, just live your life, we're constantly having to plan, think, execute. Plan, think, execute. So if we don't take that kind of time to unplug or just focus on a few things, then we are going to be in a situation where we get overwhelmed, bogged down, and in the end, most of us are just like, F it, done, and they don't want to do it. So one of the things that I love that Christina said, which I think is important for everything that we do, is schedule your rest, right? Whether it's on Saturdays, is my example. My kids and I will go to a movie, or we'll go have some ice cream, we'll go to the beach, and we'll have something that may not fit normally into my plan, but it's also my rest day. So I kind of put it together and I schedule that. But that doesn't mean Friday I do nothing, and Sunday I do nothing. I focus on one day where I'm going to have a drink. I do it on a Saturday. So it's very much scheduled. And so that in my brain allows me to really hard all the other days, focus on my workouts all the other days, focus on my mindset all the other days. So schedule it is the big one. When it comes to fitness, even more important. Okay, we often see, especially people who are getting into fitness, love it, who didn't think they would ever love it, and then they overdo. And the only thing that overdo does, illness, injury. Okay, we see it over and over and over again. So the big thing is that you have to really make sure you schedule at least one, if not two, rest days a week. And this includes, not active rest, like I'm going to do a yoga class, whatever, but that mental rest. I don't have to do anything today. So the other thing my Saturday stuff is I don't do a lot of work on Saturday. So now I have mental rest, physical rest, and mindset and self-care. It's all in one day. Now, that may work for your schedule, that might not work for your schedule, and that's okay. But always having that rest is super, super important because nobody wants to get injured or ill. Because the worst thing that can happen is that you're sitting on the sidelines watching everybody else do amazing things, but you actually put yourself on that sideline because you didn't listen to your body. Super important.
Well, and I really find, so one of the struggles that I see in our community a lot and that I have struggled with myself in terms of the fitness rest is I'll be going along and everything's going good. And I'm not, for those of you who don't know me, I am not a natural workout person. I have not come to love workouts. I'm trying, I do them, but I have not come to love them. I don't look forward to them. I curse every morning when I wake up and have to work out. So my big thing is when I'm going along in my schedule and I'm working out and I'm getting up every morning and doing my workout, then I take a rest day, and it is so hard for me to get back to work out the next day. And if I take more than one day off, I am like toast. So how can we kind of keep the momentum going forward while taking care of and protecting our bodies?
Yeah, and it's something we hear all the time. One day turns into 3 days, 3 days turns into 7 days, and all of a sudden 2 months have gone by and you haven't done what you wanted to do. So the best way to combat that is that schedule, right? So if you schedule that day of rest, you know for a fact that next day that you're coming back in, it's there because you've already got the schedule, right? So for example, in our online life and interactive classes, we have a month schedule. So if you look at your schedule and you say, okay, I'm going to do a class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, I know that my rest days are in there as well. And then I know I'm going to get right back into it because I have it on the schedule. And so that's where we find the most success coming, because even if you do have a day off, because you have an instructor expecting you to come back the next day, and you have the other people in the class pretty much expecting you to come back the next day, it's not so much 1 day into 2 days, turns into 5 days, into 7 days. It's I have a day off, I enjoy every moment of it, and when I jump back in again. And it's interesting because Christina and I have had a conversation at the time when we create the online interactive class schedule, and we started back in January with more instructors. I was like, I need a few days off. I can't teach 20 classes anymore. And then we have a few days off. And what I do, I'm like, and then so when I came back to the schedule, I'm like, no, I don't want to take off anymore. I want 1 or 2 at most, but I need a schedule to keep me in track, which I know that's a thing. We need that our participants, our members, that too. So having that schedule really makes a huge difference, because then you are more than days off, because we want you to come back. We expect you to come back. And Christina's, she doesn't love exercise, nor do I, to be fair, will always come back because she has to teach class and her participants are expecting her. Right?
Well, And it's funny because even this morning, I was like, I woke up, my back was sore, I just slept wrong. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to sit and instruct this morning. And then I get started and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just go. And I just do it. And now my back actually feels better after doing that movement and things. But I am that person that I can always find an excuse to not work out, which is why pressing play on a workout video would never work for me. Going to the gym by myself, absolutely not. I need somebody waiting there for me. I need an appointment. I need a schedule. I need that. And I'm no different with meal prep, that I have to, when I'm creating a meal prep, I also need a schedule. I need to know, I need to grocery shop on a certain day, and I need to have my meal prep ready to go like on the next day usually, because if I buy all that grocery food, which online grocery shopping works really well for me because I buy it all online, they deliver it 2 days later or whatever, and then it's going to go bad if I don't cook it. So I just have to do it. So that's sort of how I force myself to meal prep. It's similar to an appointment. Sometimes I do the live meal preps for you guys. Trust me, I never want to do them beforehand. I'm always like, oh, I don't feel like meal prepping. But I always get my butt up and I do them. And then I have food in my fridge. It's the same thing and if I have it there, I always eat it. My food in my fridge doesn't go bad. I'm way too cheap for that. So I make myself those schedules in order to hold myself accountable. Yes, I am an upholder, so that's something that I'm very good at doing. But if you make yourself a schedule, you're more likely to stay accountable. So with the workouts, it works really well. Meal prep with a friend if you have to, that if that's something that's an option for you, and say, you know what, hey, I need to make a bunch of snack foods. I find that I'm really slacking on my snacks. So why don't you come over and we'll meal prep together? And then you can rest during the week so that you're not so crazy busy all the time. If you guys are, I know we have a lot of members that are full-time working, they work full-time, they have kids, they're busy, life is crazy, they have activities. It is so hard. By the time you finish work, you get home, you have to make a meal, you do all these things. So I prefer to do more of my prep on the weekend and then be able to rest a little bit in my evenings. The last thing I want to do when my kids go to bed at night is start cooking, that I'm like, no way. I don't even want to make a lunch at that point. So I try to do as much as I can so that my evenings are rest time for me. Even we say take a rest day every week. You also need to take rest time every day. That's what a lot of people use television for, is just that mental shutdown, allow yourself some space, allow yourself some time to just really not think about anything but zone out on the TV. Some people read a book, some people do puzzles, play games, play on their phone, just text with a friend, whatever. But as long as you're taking some sort of mental break and you're not just go all the time, you need that space and time in your every single day to be able to. We have our members right now in our challenge that are doing 2 minutes of meditation a day. Huge game changer for many of them, just being able to have 2 minutes or more of silent time in their brain for, a couple minutes a day. It doesn't have to be 30, 40, 50 minutes. It can literally just be that 2 or 3 minutes of down.
Yeah. And here's the thing, the hard truth, guys, life is always crazy. That's not going to change. If people are like, oh, when my kids get older, no, still crazy. When my kids get older, no, still crazy. When I get that new job, still crazy. Right? So don't think it's going to get better. Just figure out how to deal with who you are right now. And whether it is 2 minutes of meditation, whether it is, we have pre-recorded kind of Netflix workout in our living program, and there was one story I saw this member, 7 minutes. So it's not like you need hours and hours of time to do this. So you can get the things done in and around that time, which then allows you some rest and allows you some time to have those moments to just sit and relax. And we were talking about this the other day. I don't feel like I have a hobby outside of, my kids, our business, and that's really, that's it. That's how I do stress. Only thing that I use to kind of turn my brain off. And even now, I tend to watch things in Spanish so that I can practice my Spanish better. So that's even worse. But finding, Christina has a bath pretty much almost every day. I'm jealous I am of that. It takes her time to just decompress and release. And then get ready for when the kids get home and we start our happiness and all of these things. And again, I don't need to overschedule your life, right? Lots of articles out there about kids being overscheduled and being overscheduled, but if you schedule the rest part, that will really help with not feeling so overwhelmed with everything that's going on.
And that actually brings up a really important point of making your rest a priority. That don't fit your rest into your life. Make your rest a priority, that you are important in your life. You are the most important player in your life. And that's a hard truth for a lot of people, because a lot of people are like, oh no, my kids come first. No, you need to come first. You need to come first. And then whatever other relationships you have are after that, whether you put your husband, your kids, anybody else, but you need to be the priority. That if you're not taken care of and you're not around, you can't take care of any of these other people. So you definitely need to make yourself a priority, and your rest needs to be a priority. So you need to think about that. If you're not feeling rested and ready to tackle your life, you need to make sure that that's happening. So every week, rather than sliding your rest into, oh, I think I have some time here on Wednesday to rest, maybe you should think about what day actually it feels good to rest. And then I know for me, like if I had to schedule my rest on a Monday, I'd be like, but I'm not tired yet. So Monday would not be an ideal rest day for me. Even for like, we scheduled in activities and such for my kids, and we scheduled them a rest day on Thursday before the weekend. Were there activities we could have done on a Thursday? Absolutely there were. But if they want to have fun and do activities and things on the weekend, they needed to have a rest day before that weekend starts. So we needed to schedule that for them. So I actually did. We scheduled in rest on Thursday. We don't do play dates Thursday. We don't do activities Thursday. Thursday is our night at home. We do baths, we do reading, we do maybe a movie, but we have a restful evening at home where we don't go out and do things. We don't go shopping. We don't do anything on Thursday nights. They are a chill night. And the kids actually look forward to it now. The first couple of weeks, they were like, oh, what is this? Why aren't we doing anything on Thursday? But they were crabs on Friday before that. They were so grouchy. So now our Fridays start fresh and we all feel better about it. So I've had to do the same for myself. Again, Lindsay said that when we made our schedule for the online classes, we used to not take rest days. We used to literally teach, like both of us were teaching 7 days a week. It was chaos. And we were teaching like 2, sometimes 3 classes a day. It was madness. Now I actually currently have 3 full rest days off of our schedule. I mean, they're not full rest days. I'm certainly doing other things on those days. But there's 3 days in this current schedule that I'm not teaching. So it's definitely allowed me to figure out my rest and prioritize it. But I do have a little bit of that struggle of, well, I rested and now I want to keep resting. So I have to be very careful of getting myself back in. And actually currently the class that I'm teaching on Sunday morning, I really love teaching that class. It's a great class to get me moving again. It's the 10, 10, and 10 class. So that's another piece that I suggest to people is when your rest is over, your first class back should be your favorite thing to do. Because it's just going to get you there. And once you're there, you're better for it. And you're going to keep moving and keep pushing. It's the same with my meal prep. I always start with the easiest thing to prep. That I'm like, oh, I'm going to make overnight oats first because they're so easy. And it's like, you know, it's just a simple, mindless thing for me. So doing the easiest piece or the piece that you love the best first, right after your rest is something that I find very helpful. And then somewhere in the middle of your work week is where, you know, you sort of put the pieces that you don't love as much. And then another piece that you love right at the very end where you're pushing to keep going.
Yeah, no, definitely. I always say, with workouts, meal prepping, anything, just start, right? Like get your workout clothes on. You might sit there and talk yourself out of working out for 3 hours. But your clothes are on. Yeah, they're on. You know, same with meal prep. Say, okay, I'm just going to cut up this pineapple. This is me, of course, now. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna cut up the pineapple. Well, eventually, the pineapple turned into the carrots, the cucumbers, the cantaloupe, because I'm already in the kitchen. And I might as well take the time to do it instead of having to come back and do it. So again, for me, I'm the opposite of Christina. The kitchen for me is the big one. And so I have to just be like, just make one thing or cut up one thing. And then once I'm there, I'm like, well, now it's a time saver. So I might as well. But yeah, that's the big thing with the rest is that you need it, you also need to come back to it. And that's really where the schedule comes into play. Ben right now is not feeling great. So he took yesterday and today completely off. And which is very unheard of for him. That's why he's not feeling very well. So it's one of those things that it comes and goes. You work, you go. Your body is constantly whispering, telling you, and if you don't hear it, you're going to be out. So you take the time to rest, to recover, and then you can come back stronger. And that's just the way it's going to be. Body, mind, self-care, nutrition.
Awesome. All right. We are pretty much at the end of our hour. So Lindsay and I are going to wrap up here. We are going to go away, and I'm going to write that email. Lindsay's going to write the blog post. I believe the email will come. You guys will see it. If you're on our email list on Thursday, it should pop into your lovely inbox. If you don't receive our emails and you want to, you can go to our website, sassyevolution.com, and sign up there to receive our emails. We don't email you very frequently. It's like maybe once a week or something like that. We're not crazy email people. So, and then our blog post will actually live on our website. It will be up there by Saturday. And it's going to be at sassyevolution.com. And there will be, I believe it's /blog, but it might not be exactly that, but something along those lines is where you'll find it. So you'll be able to find our written version of kind of this chat and kind of Lindsay's take on rest and recovery and why it's important and why you need to do it and some tips and tricks on how to get it done. And then the email will be my take on rest and recovery and why it's important and some tips and tricks on how to get it done. So if rest and recovery is something that you're struggling a little bit with, take a read through. And we will be back next Monday, 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time, whatever time it is for the rest of you in the world. And if you have a suggestion for a coffee chat topic for Lindsay and I, send us a message. Let us know if there's something that you'd like to hear us chat about and give some tips and tricks on that. We are here for you.
Yes, awesome. Guys, have a fantastic Monday.
Bye, guys.